Ghetto Witches, Buddhism, Perils. All right, you have the Old Covenant, the New Covenant, and the Newest Covenant. The Newest Covenant is how everything turns out for everybody and everything in all dimensions. The Old Covenant was with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then you got Jesus and his 12 disciples with the New Covenant. So you got the Old Covenant, the New Covenant, and you got the Newest Covenant. Now, you have the Old Testament and New Testament. I read the Bible 3 times. You want to combine them and mix it blend. But you got the Old Testament, New Testament, and Newest Testament. And what this is how the Newest Testament is how everything turns out for everybody and everything in all dimensions. So, covenant. All right, get that out the way. Now, some things I don't understand about the Bible. It's clear as day when you read it. Try to get it real quick. Again, the anger of the Lord was aroused against Israel, and he moved David against them to go and number Israel and Judah. So the king said to Joab, the commander of the army who was with him, now go throughout all the tribes of Israel from Dan to Beersheba and count the people that I may know the number of the people. That's the Lord. The Lord made King David count the people. Now, if you go a little farther, further. Now, Satan stood up against Israel and moved David to number Israel. So David said to Joab and to the leaders of the people, go and number Israel from Beersheba to Dan and bring the number of them to me that I may know it. So when I got on and tried to explain to my family, nobody can explain that to me. But my cousin Marshall, she said, well, maybe God made them do it and maybe Satan made them do it. So she took a crack at the coach. She the only one that took a crack. And one day I was kicking with my ex girl Momo, and I was explaining this to her, and then I Googled it, and it said the same thing. It said the same thing she said, that God made him do it, and then Satan made him do it. But it hit me in jail recently. Why would King David do anything for Satan if he's working for God? So that's something in the Bible to be aware of. Can't nobody explain it to me. Now, I hate it when people glorify Abraham about to sacrifice his son because he heard a voice in his head from God. Basically, it hit me too. Tempting and testing is the same thing. Sensing and sentence. If you hear a voice telling you kill your family or any of that nature, kill yourself or call for help. You need help. Now, incest is in here too, where Abraham is married to his sister. His son Isaac marries some relatives, and Jacob does the same thing. And Lot has sex with his 2 daughters after they destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. The older sister wanted the family bloodline going, so they got their father drunk. And he said he don't know when they woke, when they lay down with him or when they left. But what about the in between? The younger daughter did the same thing. So you got incest right there. Jesus and his disciples, I pointed that on Instagram before, had many women looking out for them. And Abraham, he basically gave his you can say pimping and pandering. He gave his wife to a Pharaoh and the king because he thought they would kill him because of her beauty, and God came to him in a dream and told him to give him back Abraham's wife, or else he was going to punish them in their own household. And they blessed him with all kind of gifts, all kind of animals and silver or gold, stuff like that. He basically blessed them with gifts, so that's in there. Now we're going to get to Jesus, the crucifixion. In Matthew's, it mentions that both criminals is basically slinging insults at Jesus. In Mark, it does the same thing. But in Luke, it says, like in the Passion of Christ, one believes and one don't. That's in Luke. But Matthew's and Mark, they both are slinging insults. We say it that way. But in Luke, one believes, one doesn't. And the book of John doesn't even mention it when you look at the 4 Gospels. So something's weird with that. Something strange with that. Then all throughout the Bible, God is telling you he don't want you sacrificing your family to the fire and all that, like some people do with their culture and religion, with other religions. But then it's a girl that this man said, if you allow me to win this war against my enemies, I sacrifice the first thing that comes out my house. And basically, his daughter told him, do what you got to do. He made a promise to God, and then he did it. So one minute God said, don't do that. The next minute, this man did his daughter in like that. So I don't understand that concept either about the Bible. So remember, compare the Old Testament to the New Testament when you read it. All right, let me get to some more. more stuff. Oh, Moses and the Hebrew Israelites are killers. They was going around killing men, women, and children. As they was making their way to the promised land, God told them, thou shalt not kill. I don't understand that was just for the Jews, but they ended up killing men, women, and children too. Basically, but John MacArthur, he explained to me, which is in the Bible too, that the Hebrew Israelites was asking them to pass through peacefully, and they was sending their people to fight them. So they'd kill them, and then they'd go in their town basically and kill everybody and everything, set of people, and take all their possessions and everything they basically possessed. They all their money, all that type of stuff. So you gotta, Moses and them ain't no joke. Now, as far as the the tribes being divided, I was taught by David Icke, somebody to say David Icke, and Dr. Walter Williams, The Origin of Christianity and Islam, that Jewish is not a race, it's a religion. So it hit me, maybe the reason that they're divided, like the white Jews don't believe Jesus came, and the black Jews believe he has come, but it may have come from King Solomon. See, King Solomon has 700 wives and 300 concubines in the Bible, and he started praising foreign gods. So God said he had stripped all the tribes from himself for one, because of Jerusalem, and King David, his father, was a man of God, so much that God kept one tribe with King David's bloodline, and that's the tribe of Judah, where Jesus come from in his stepfather Joseph family bloodline. That's where that comes from. But that might be why it's split like that too, as far as the black Jews believe in the white Jews, or whoever go with the Jewish tradition and believe that Jesus haven't come. That some people believe he's just another prophet or something like that. So the white Jews is still waiting on Jesus. You see what I'm saying? But that might be one of the reasons for the division too. Let me see. Oh yeah, Elijah. I believe his name is Elisha. Well, that's enough for now. I believe I have to get back to this. Oh yeah, I'll elaborate on this later. Get some more points. But that's enough for now.